right, welcome to the first episode of The Streets Wanna Know. On my right, we have the co-host, Opal. Opal, say hi to the lovely
Hello.
people. Outstanding, thank you, Opal. On my left, our special guest on The Streets Wanna Know, the maiden journey of the first podcast. On my left, we have Jake, the dog, Blackwood. What's up, Jake?
Yo, what's going on, man?
How
How you
you
guys
doing?
doing?
I'm doing lovely.
Doing great.
Right on. Jake, how you
Glad to
feeling?
glad to be here, man. First podcast,
Hell yeah. All right.
Thanks for joining us, man. Like it's an amazing thing, you know?
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely. This is history in the making, y'all.
It is.
Hell yeah.
So, all right, let's get into it. We ain't gonna waste too much time. Jake, I hear you doing music, man. Talk to me. What's going on?
I am. I'm trying. I'm trying my best. We'll see how it goes. I have a new song coming out pretty soon. Just gonna work on the music video for it right now. It's called Right Now. It should be coming out within the next week, depending on the video.
Oh, heck yeah.
Okay. I think I heard a little snippet of it. Is that the same one I heard a snippet of?
The one from, was it yesterday that you heard the snippet?
Yesterday. Yes. Yeah, yesterday.
Then yes.
Okay.
I really jammed with that, not gonna lie. It was pretty awesome, not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. I'm not gonna lie. I'm learning. I'm trying to figure it out as I go, and I don't claim to be an artist or singer at all. So,
Okay. What's the inspiration behind Right Now?
It's really about stepping in your moment. Like I've had times where I wasn't where I wanted to be, and this song is a switch. Is that switch when you're when you stop overthinking, stop looking back, and just decide to live. It's about being present in the moment, going all in, and not waiting for permission from anyone.
Okay. Opal, you got any questions about that?
What made you, what made you want to start making music,
I mean, I listen to music all the time. It's my outlet. Listen to it when I'm in the shower, when I'm going to bed, when I'm waking up, when I'm brushing my teeth. Music is life. I think that without music, life is kind of boring.
True that. I 100% agree with that. If I didn't have music, I would probably be in the nut house right now.
Yeah, 100%. I think
I
it's the
agree.
best way to express yourself.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. How did you get into music, Jake?
I got into it. I'll be honest. As you guys know, I grew up in the orphanage. I do not know my parents, and that was really one thing that kept all of us, quote unquote, brother and sisters, sane in that place.
Okay. Opal, you got a little bit of experience, being in something to that situation, right?
Yeah, I was abandoned by my parents at a very young age. I didn't even know that I had any family that cared until I met my sister Nova. And she moved me out here, to Los Santos, and she took care of me my whole life, and I am where I am because she showed me the ways and taught me to fend for myself, because that's all you can do nowadays.
No, exactly. And I'm sorry your parents abandoned you, but I'm glad you found a family member to someone to connect with.
Yeah, she's not what I quite expected, but I know she'd do anything for me and vice versa,
Right.
But you found your family yet? You like your own family?
Yeah, I found I picked my family, and that's my crew, Envy. The people in
yeah.
there, they're I take a bullet for those guys,
Speaking of, that's a perfect segue. So tell us about life in envy.
Okay. Well, it's kind of chaotic. I'll be honest. There's a lot of characters in the group, but that's what makes it fun. There's some that are super serious that love to grind, love to work, are always thinking of the future and what we're gonna do as a group. And then there's some of us that just go day by day, living living life to our fullest. That kind of we may not. Everyone's in themselves. They some people are shy, some people aren't as confident, and I feel like everybody together brings out the best in one another.
Outstanding. Tell us about this Peyton character. She is kind of
Okay.
like this unicorn, mysterious figure.
Yeah.
What can you
Yeah,
tell
she's
us about
special.
Peyton?
Yeah, I mean, as I said, I didn't have a family growing up. I actually moved to Los Santos. I'm actually Canadian, if you guys didn't know. But
Yep,
Oh,
yep,
damn.
yep. I
yeah,
knew
yeah,
that.
yeah. But she was the first person that I met in the city. I wasn't sure what I was gonna do with my life here and what my route was gonna take me. But so I kind of felt alone. I was kind of getting in with the wrong crowd. Getting into the drugs and alcohol and whatnot. And she kind of, I actually met her. She was a lawyer a long time ago. And I needed her help, and just her personality really attracted me to her. And she's a very confident person. She's shy too, but it's a weird dynamic.
Yeah.
She's a very good. She's a person that you would want in your corner no matter what.
Oh yeah. Once you get to know her, you really start to see the personality. It's
That's
Oh, 100%,
very
she's a wild
true.
card.
100%.
Opal, what you got about Peyton? Talk about Pay.
Oh my God. The first time I met Peyton, it was a little bit actually after I moved here to Los Santos. Nova wanted me to meet like a bunch of her friends, so she introduced me to everyone, and everyone just welcomed me with open arms, and I've had so many adventures, and in like these last few months of being here, I've gotten really close with Peyton. She's good. She's good people, and she's kind of like the person, not if you don't want to mess with her family, because then if you mess with her family, you're messing with her and everyone else.
Right.
So I mean, she's a really good character. She's really good people,
Absolutely. Let's see what else we got on the menu. Back to music.
Mhm.
A couple more questions. So who would you say is your top 3 artists, Jake?
Ooh,
Could
that's
be
a tough one.
past, present, whatever you got.
That's a tough one. For me, like as I said, everyone takes something different from music, right? One person may hear a song one way, and then another person will hear it a completely different way. I find that the storytelling artists are my favorite. You got like Teddy Swims. His voice is just unreal, but it's a little more than that. There's so much soul in his songs and emotion, and the way he tells stories is just phenomenal. So he's my number one, I would say right now. I would also say kind of the same with NF. He's a big one for me too. He's raw, honest in what he says. He doesn't sugarcoat really anything, which I really like. And I actually just started getting into a fella named Youngblood. I like his energy a lot. He's kind of like fearless with how he expresses himself, and he doesn't really care about like fitting into a box. I feel like everyone wants to be one type of thing. He does not care, and that's it's really inspiring to me, especially when I'm still trying to figure out my own sound and not wanting to be limited.
Understood. Hope we got any questions about music before we move on?
No, I think he's pretty much covered everything, honestly.
Okay. This song right now, when can we
Mhm.
expect to hear that?
Honestly, it's really it depends.
Come
If I can find the right producer for my music video, then probably within a week. If I can't find the right producer, I'll probably just drop the track in the next couple days.
Okay. And so if you had to
Hell yeah.
if you had to describe your sound, like Tupac and Nas had a baby and it's
Right.
Jake or something like that. Like, how would you define your style?
I would say if MGK had sex with a seal, and
With a
you know,
seal, like an animal, like
Why-
listen, man,
why-
like I said,
Why seal? Why the seals?
I don't, because you know how a seal sounds when it's yelling, you know?
like
Yeah.
an animal seal, like a walrus seal.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, not the singer seal. No.
Okay.
An animal, yeah. As I stated before, I'm not an artist or anything like that. I'm not. I don't consider myself a singer. I just like music. I like to mess around with it. I like to. I just want to express myself, whether it's good or bad. As long as I'm expressing myself and I like what I'm putting out, then that's all that really matters, you know.
All right, lovely. All right, as we get ourselves out of here, one more thing. Tell Los Santos about Jake the motherfucking dog Blackwood. What do the people need to know about Jake?
Okay. You know, I'm a very what's a good way to say? I'm a very confident person. I think I hold myself. I know what I want, and I'm gonna do what I want, and I'm not gonna ask for forgiveness. Now, I also think I'm a fucking dickhead, and you know, a goober. But I don't know. You know, I don't know what my friends would say about me. I don't know. You know, I just kind of do me. There's nothing. I'm not gonna let others affect my day.
I love it.
Can't let people do that, you know?
No, exactly.
Any questions about that, Opal?
Why do they? Okay, I do have one question,
Mm-hmm.
and I've got to know
Mm-hmm.
why Jake the dog?
Oh, that's a good one. Yep.
Okay.
Why
you
Jake
really
the
wanna know?
dog?
You really
Let
wanna know?
tell us. Let everybody
Okay.
hear.
There's nothing too crazy about it. All right. So as I stated, I met Peyton a long time ago when when I moved to LS, and in that time I was still trying to find myself. And this is kind of when she stopped working for the lawyer's office. We kind of started hanging around these people back in, I don't know if you remember that they're no longer around, but DTR, that gang.
Mhm.
There was a
Aw,
member.
shit.
I used to hang around with those guys. That's when I was doing drugs and drinking a lot, and you know, not really taking care of myself. And there was a person there that just I did something. I you know, when people say, "Oh, he got that dog in him," you know,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you what I did because I'm not gonna, you know, quote
Incriminate
unquote
yourself.
incriminate myself.
Yeah. For
But
sure. Smart man.
yeah. But you know, they just called me the dog, but it was in like a New York accent, like the dog, you know, like there's nothing crazy.
dog.
Yeah, it was the dog. Yeah. And it kind of just stuck, you know. A lot of people, even people from that group, like no one would call me Jake, you know. They would just be like, "Oh shit, the dog's here," you know.
Yeah.
And then I fell in with who I think are the right people, you know. Obviously, I don't know if you guys know my past, but I was in another crew at some point called Vice Kings.
Mhm. Yep.
We ended up, you know, we ended up disbanding for reasons that do not need to be explained.
Uh-huh.
And Peyton
Of course.
came to me one day and said she wanted to start up her own little, you know, crew, and here we are. You know, but that's the story behind the dog. Nothing too crazy, nothing wild.
Yeah, just to oh, sorry, go ahead, Opal.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Just to piggyback off the Vice Kings thing. So,
Mhm.
way back in the days, I used to be part of the Romani crime family,
Right.
and things were going great. And then I had a family member got sick, so I had to leave town for a little bit.
Mhm.
And then I came back, and the Romanis had mixed with the Montanas, and
Yep.
something happened, and it became Vice Kings, and I was just like, what the hell is happening here?
Right.
And so it was kind of weird coming back after a month and a half or so off, and I'm just like, okay, nothing is the same. Like, you
Mhm.
know, the people that I knew in the Romani family were dying, and it was
Yeah, everything changed really fast.
yeah,
Really fast.
very quickly. Like I couldn't even keep up with it, and so anyway, that group, the DTR guys, I kind of fell in with them, and you know, all the stupid shit that you were talking about. Yep.
Yep.
That's part of it. And so Yeah, and here I am in Los Santos. You know, and envy it is. For sure,
It all
for
worked
sure.
out.
Oh yeah, everything
It all
happens
worked
for
out.
a reason, man. But yeah,
100%.
I just wanted to piggyback off of that. What you were talking about.
Hmm.
I'd like to add something to that.
Yeah. What you got?
I remember being part of Ice Kings. You know, it was my first actual family that I chose, besides Nova. Well,
Mhm.
I'm kind of stuck with Nova, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I remember when I first met you, Jake, and everyone else, and I'm not gonna lie, I was a little intimidated at first because here you guys are like top dogs and shit, and like everybody knows you guys, well, sort of. And then I when Marcus died, it was kind of
Rest in peace,
sad.
homie.
Yeah, rest in peace,
Very.
Marcus, on the dead homies.
That I'll never get over that.
Right.
Jake, he was my best friend, and it was sad to see at the funeral that there wasn't a lot of people that should have been there, but I'm glad with the fact that that Peyton, is like, oh, I want to start my own group, and invited me to come along with, because I've learned so much from all of you.
Yeah.
You guys have shaped me into who I am today, and I know this is like completely like way off, but like I thank each and every one of you for making me who I am today.
Well,
That's all you. That's
Yeah,
all you.
yeah,
You know,
it takes
taking
you.
off. Yeah, it does. And to kind of go on what you were saying, that you joined Vice Kings, and that was your other chosen family for a time. Even that, like, it made what happened in Vice Kings, without getting into too much detail, but the group, there's people lying, people stabbing people in the back. There was one person looking out for one person, and
Very true.
and then when all that stuff went down, with the death of the sheriff, I won't say what happened with that, but that's kind of where it solidified, I think, for most of us, that we need to, one, look out for ourselves, but the people that we know are there for one another are our ride or dies. And that's where we got back together, called one another. We kind of just all kind of merged, we all went into hiding. We came out, we found each other, and B's here, and yeah, now we're
Stronger than
living it up.
ever.
Stronger than ever. I can't go any further without saying rest in peace to my big sister Theodosia Romani. Rest in peace to Mike Romani. Rest in peace to Marcus Romani. I love you, motherfuckers, on the dead homies. Rest in peace, y'all.
Yeah, rest in peace, y'all.
Rest in peace, Marcus.
Anyway, well, if anybody's got anything else, we'll end it here. If not, yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
I was just gonna say thank you for for the first podcast, bringing me on. You didn't have to choose me. I really appreciate it. Thank you for giving me a place to talk about my music and what the future is gonna be and where we came from. And I want to thank both of you.
Of course.
Thank you for coming. And lovely Opal, thank you so much for helping me get this thing off the ground. Thank you.
For sure.
Yeah, appreciate it. I could not do it without you. Jake, thank you so much for accepting the invitation.
Of course.
Literally, you could not have a better first guest.
I appreciate it.
Said so. Thank you guys both.
You're making me blush.
Oh, thank you guys.
Oh, don't make him
man.
blush. Teddy, don't make him blush.
This is history, and you guys have made a dream of mine come true. And thank you guys so much for coming. I appreciate you.
Of course, brother.
Of
Much
course.
success in your future.
Thank you.